Okay, here we go. Today's 212.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the things your teacher wants you to know as far as characteristics is vertex. Well, what is the vertex?
The point in the middle of the graph.
Well, it's like if this is your parabola, you either have a happy face parabola or you have a sad face parabola, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's like, well, it's the pointy part-ish. Or, as I like to say, the mouth of the Jesus fish. Okay. There's the Jesus fish. Okay. Okay, so that's the vertex right there. You with me?
Uh-huh.
All right, if the graph opens up like this, then your graph has a minimum, but it doesn't have a maximum. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, and if it opens up if it goes like this, then this is a maximum, but it doesn't have a minimum.
Okay.
Okay, so this is right here. This right here looks like a happy face, right? Okay, so this is positive. Because positive is happy. By positive, I mean when you have your setup of like y equals, and your y could be the same thing as f of x, equals, the general formula is ax squared plus bx plus c. So maybe it'll look like something like 2x squared plus 3x plus 2. Or it could look like something just like 3x squared plus 2x. Or it could look like something like 4x squared. These are all quadratic. But this little sign right here, in order for it to be this guy right here, these guys all in the front have to be positive.
Mm-hmm.
All right? If any of them are negative, so if you have like y equals negative 2x squared plus 7x plus 6, it's a sad face graph.
Okay.
All right, so this guy over here is negative. Okay, and the way you find your vertex, is you think of, well, actually, I don't want to tell you just yet. I just kind of want to define everything first. So the next thing you have to know is the axis of symmetry. All right, so, and by the way, oh no, you probably can't see up here, huh? Axis of symmetry. Okay, that is an equation of a line. Like, do you know what the equation of this line is right here?
Plus you.
What's the equation of that line?
0? X equals 0?
Is that your brother back there?
Yeah.
Oh. Tell me, say hi. X.
No, he says hi. Hi.
He's in middle school now?
Colin? Yeah.
All right, so this is, would you say x equals what?
0, right? Or is it
No,
y
okay,
equals 0?
so this is 2, like as far as x is concerned, and this is 1. And every point on this line has an x value of what?
1.
Well, hold on.
0.
All the x values?
I don't know. I'm confused.
Hold on. Okay, so if you think of this graph, think of what is this coordinate right here?
It's 3, 1.
3, 1. And what is this coordinate right here?
3, 2.
3, 2. And what is this coordinate right here?
3, negative 1.
Definitely. So what you can do is you can connect this. Like you can draw a line through all of these points, and they all have something in common. What do they all have in common? All three of those points have in common.
3.
3 as far as x or as far as y?
X.
X. So the equation of this line is x equals 3. Okay? I mean, for parabolas, it's always, your axis of symmetry is always going to be x equals something. So over here, you can have, if I go like that, what's the equation of this line?
2, -2, right?
Okay, so an equation of a line is always going to be x equals something. You can't say -2 because that could be like, well, that's on the x, but it could be any of these guys, right? But the equation of this line, like, is x equals 2.
Okay.
Guess what the equation of this line is right here? Wait. What's the equation of this line right here?
2,
You can't say 2.
Okay, it's y equals 2.
Yeah, y equals 2. Okay, but for this parabola business, you're going to do y equals anything. It's all about x equals something. So what is the equation of this line?
X equals 4.
X equals 4. Great. And if I did a parabola like this, I went like that, I went like that, this line right here would be called the axis of symmetry. My axis of symmetry is right here. Where is your axis of symmetry? My axis of symmetry is right here. Where is your axis of symmetry?
Did I really have to answer that?
I want to know where your axis of symmetry is. Mine is right here. Where is your axis of symmetry?
Right here, right?
That's right. Right down the middle. Okay, so anyway, I don't know the coordinate of the vertex right here, but I know, at least I know the x value of the coordinate. I don't know the whole thing, but I know it's something comma something. What goes right here?
X, so 4.
4, right? And this value right here is question mark. I don't know how high up it is, but as far as the axis of symmetry goes, it's x equals 4.
Okay.
All right. So back to axis of symmetry. Yeah. So axis of symmetry is just like this line right through the middle of your parabola, and so it's gonna be like x equals something. X equals something. All right. Next one. Okay. So if you have something like this, and it goes like this, and it goes like this, and I guess they want to know like the max. Let me redo this. They want to know the max or minimum value. So max or min value. You with me? All right. If you go, if it's like this, and you know this point right here is like 2, -3. Because it opens up, it has a minimum. And the way your teacher wants you to do it, oh, well, according to your notes, it's just like this, which is cool. So minimum of -3. So the minimum corresponds to the y value.
Wait, so it's the y value?
Yeah. It's kind of like this. Let's say this is like, let's say this is a graph of my income throughout the past 10 years. And I wasn't doing so good around these parts. Oh, things got better for me. Things got better for me. Okay, so Let's say this is year 1, year 2, year 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is years. And this is money. Money. Okay, and the value here is negative $1,000. Or no, that wouldn't be right. Negative $3,000.
God. Okay.
Okay. Let's say I racked up a lot of credit card bills and ended up in debt. So if I wanted to know what... Well, first of all, what's the value of this vertex? Tell me this vertex value.
Y equals 3,000? Negative
Well, no, the
3,000?
vertex is a Jesus fish mouth coordinate. So I need to know the coordinate.
Oh, so it's x equals 5?
No, the coordinate's like this.
Oh, okay, so, yeah, x equals 5 and y is negative 3,000.
Yes. Okay, but the minimum is, which is basically my minimum amount of money that I made, would be negative $3,000.
Okay.
So the minimum and the maximum value always corresponds to the y. Okay? Next is the y-intercept and an x-intercept. So if you have something like, what number is this? 4. So y-intercept, to find that, well, first of all, do you know what the y-intercept is?
Yeah.
What?
That one right there.
Yeah, that's the one. I can totally see where you're pointing. That's the one.
And the line going up and down, right?
Okay, no, the y-intercept is this guy right here.
Okay.
As far as y is concerned. Okay? So, I remember, I don't know if I told you this story before, but there was a guy in high school. We were watching TV, and he saw like, he's like, oh, look, that hot chick on TV. And then there was a guy walking in front of him, in front of the woman, and he actually moved his head to see behind the guy on TV.
What?
Like, there's a guy here on TV, right? I mean, like, and he wanted to see the person behind. So the guy watching TV actually my friend tried to look behind that person. Does that make sense? It's like, if you're watching a crowd in TV, and you're trying to see behind a person, you can't see behind them by moving your head.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was kind of funny. All right, so y-intercept is right here. What's the x-intercept?
On the x-axis, where the lines meet.
Yep, right there and right there. But to find the y-intercept, all you do is you set the opposite letter equal to 0. So to find the y-intercept, to find y-intercept, set x equal to 0.
Okay.
Set x equal to 0. You with me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that means that if I had something like y equals 3x squared plus 2x plus 5, what's the y-intercept?
Math, I hate you.
Well, set x equal to 0. So look, 3 times 0 squared plus 2 times 0 plus 5. What does that work out to?
5?
5. It's also this last number here that doesn't have an x on it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's y is equal to 5. So that means that, I don't know how my graph looks so far, but at least I know this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to cross the y-axis at y equals 5.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Guess what you need to do to find the x-intercept?
Replace y with 0 and solve for x.
Well, look according to the Steve rule here. To find the y-intercept, set x equal to 0. So do the opposite. To find the x-intercept, what?
Yeah, so you replace y with 0.
Yeah, you just set y equal to 0. It's just you set the opposite one equal to 0. So if you're finding x, set y equal to 0. If you're finding y, set x equal to 0.
Okay.
Okay? So if I have, let me just kind of work backwards on this one so you can get a realistic answer. Okay, let's say you want to find the x-intercept, and you have this. How would you do that?
We have the x-intercept.
Uh-huh. Let's say you want to find the x-intercept from this. So what do you set equal to 0?
X.
But you want to find the x-intercept.
Oh, y. Wait, y is the one without the x, right?
So yeah, if you want to find the x, so the x-intercept, by the way, is this right here. So here's the x-intercept. Here's the x-intercept. To find the x-intercept, you set y equal to 0. Because what's the y value in this coordinate right here?
What's the what?
What's the y value right here?
2, 1.
That's 2.
So it's 2?
Positive 2?
Negative 2.
Negative 2. What's the, like, what do you think this coordinate is? Like this x comma y coordinate right there.
Okay,
Yes.
wouldn't it be 1, 0?
Yes. So what's the y value?
0?
0. So that's why if you want, and these guys is crossing the x-axis right here. You see?
Mm-hmm.
So where it crosses the x-axis, what's the y value going to be?
0.
Right. And when it crosses the y-axis, which is right here, what's the x value going to be?
1.
Well, x equals 1 is along here. What's the x value right here?
0.
0. What's the y value right here?
0.
Yeah. So the opposite thing you're looking for is equal to 0.
Okay.
So if you're finding the x-intercept, set what equal to 0.
Okay.
If you're finding the x-intercept, what do you set equal to 0?
Y.
Right. Okay, so we have this right here. So we're trying to find the x-intercept. So what do we set equal to 0?
Y. So.
Yes. So this is y right there. So
okay,
I put a 0 there. Now, how do you solve this thing?
By factoring.
By factoring. So you're gonna go parentheses, 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 parentheses equals 0. What goes? Do you know how to do this?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you got?
Wait, okay, so it has to equal 6, right?
It's your multiplication.
Okay. So wouldn't it be x plus 3 and x minus 2?
That's perfect. So what are the x-intercepts?
I don't know.
Okay, so now that you did that, why don't you go ahead and just solve for this side right here?
Wait, what?
Like, what is, if you just ignore this, like put your hand over this, and you just solve for this equation, what would you get?
Oh, x equals 3.
No, you wouldn't. See?
X equals negative 3.
Negative 3. Okay. So it's basically the opposite sign of what you have right there.
Okay.
All right, so we solve for that. Now we go over here, and what do we get over here?
Positive 2.
Positive 2. So we're going to find x equals its opposite sign. So it's negative 3. I saw that. And then x equals 2. Okay?
Okay.
So, look. I go like this. I go to negative 3. 1, 2, 3. And I go to 2. That's where it's going to cross the x-axis. And because I'm going over here, is this a happy face or a sad face?
A happy face?
It's a happy face. It's going to go like that. And like that. And what do we call these guys right here?
X-intercept.
X-intercept. So to find the x-intercept, what do you do?
Set the y to 0.
There you go. And to find the y-intercept, what do you do?
Set the x to 0.
Okay. So now we're going to do the first one, okay?
Or
We are ready. Okay, so you have 1. All right, f of x equals negative 2x squared. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we want to find the axis of symmetry.
I want to find the vertex.
I know, but first you want to get the axis of symmetry. That'll help you get the vertex.
Oh, okay.
Or, yeah, so because the axis of symmetry is really x equals, and then whatever the x value of the vertex is. So let's say this is the vertex. You're watching? Let's say that's the vertex. Then the axis of symmetry is x equals 3. It's just whatever that x value is. Okay, so how do we get the x value of the vertex?
How do we what?
How do you get the x value of the vertex? How do you know what that coordinate is right there?
Isn't it negative b over 2a?
Yeah, and always write x equals negative b over 2a. So, and then it'll set your answer up correctly. X equals negative b over 2a. Now, when you look at this problem, there's some things missing you have to know about. You need to know about that invisible 0 and that invisible 0 right there. Okay. So what is negative b?
0.
Negative b is 0. Yeah, that's right. Over 2 times what?
Negative 2?
Uh-huh. Negative 2. And you have 0 over... Well, what is 2 times negative 2?
4.
4. So... And what is 0 over 4?
Undefined?
Well, I don't know if I ever showed you about the soccer ball challenge.
Yeah. I'm just trying to remember which one's which.
Okay, well, did I ever talk to you about the soccer ball? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, so can you balance a soccer ball on a piece of wood, or can you balance a piece of wood on a soccer ball?
A soccer ball on a piece of wood.
Yeah, so this gives you 0, and this right here is undefined.
Okay.
So the soccer ball's on the bottom, it's undefined. So that means this is 0. So this works out to 0. All right, x is 0. So now I know this x value right here. In fact, my graph isn't even accurate anymore. So I could go over here and make it a little bit more accurate. Okay, so I know that my x value is 0. And how do I get the y value of my vertex?
Set x to, set x to 0.
Yeah, you just plug in whatever you got here. So this x equals 0. You just plug it back in into the original. Wherever you see x, and it just happens to only be in one spot. So it's going to be y is equal to, or f of x is equal to negative 2. Oh, you can say y. Y is equal to negative 2 times 0 squared. So y is equal to negative 2 times 0 squared, which is what?
0.
0. So to get it right on the test, what is your axis of symmetry?
0?
If you say, what'd you say?
X equals 0?
Yeah, you always have to say x equals. So axis of symmetry, it's because it's a line. Axis of symmetry is x equals 0. 1 point. Vertex. That's the mouth of Jesus fish. What's the vertex? That's the coordinate.
Yeah, it's the x value, right?
Do you ever play Battleship?
Yeah.
How does it work? Like, let's say, I'm not exactly sure, but my son got it for his birthday. But I don't really remember, but let's just say, like, this was, like, A and B and C, and this was, like, the number 2. What would you have to call out in order to sink this ship that's right here?
B2?
B2. You can't just say B because there's many different options, right? You have to say B2. So a coordinate is an exact location to sink a battleship. That's the exact location of the mouth of the fish. So the vertex is an exact location.
Okay.
Okay, so what's the vertex coordinate? It's the axis of symmetry x value. What's the axis of symmetry x value?
0.
Yes, and then when you plugged it in, you got the y value of the vertex, and we found that to be
0.
0. So that's the vertex. It's 0, 0, just like battleship. It's an exact location. You with me?
Yeah.
So look, now our handy-dandy graph looks like this. There's our vertex.
Okay.
But we're not done. Oh, no, no, no. So now we need to find, what else is after that? You have your axis of symmetry, you have your vertex. Oh, minimum value or maximum value. Well, I mean, I have it drawn right there. What's my minimum?
What? 0.
Yeah, minimum is 0. Is that a y value or an x value? You think of like my money, my income problem. Right here, look. See this number? My negative 3,000? That was my minimum. Was that a y value or an x value?
X, Y. Y value.
So your minimums and maximums are always y values. All right.
Okay.
So what's the minimum for this problem here? It's the y value of the vertex.
Okay.
So what's the y value of the vertex?
0.
0. So what's the minimum?
0.
And the way your teacher wrote it, as long as you wrote it the way your teacher wrote it, or said it, you have to say minimum of 0. Minimum of 0. You with me?
I'm staying.
All right. So then we need x-intercept. What's x-intercept?
0.
So where it crosses the x-axis, right? Now the x-intercept is okay. Your teacher lets you just say the value, so you get to just say like x equals what?
0.
0. And for your y-intercept, what is that going to be?
0. There are too many zeros in this problem.
There are a lot of zeros in this problem. Okay, so that's that. Next problem. You ready? You excited?
What?
I said, are you excited?
No. Nope.
I know that after we hang up, you're going to do like 10 more of these.
Oh, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm so tired.
You're going to go to bed. X squared.
Oh yeah, I got like 4 hours of sleep today.
Go to bed.
I'm so tired.
Is that a minus 8x plus 5?
Yeah. Sorry,
Okay,
it's
so this
sloppy.
one's-
I had to write it down in like 2 minutes.
So what's the first thing they want? What do we got to figure out?
The vertex.
Vertex. How do we do that?
Negative b over 2a.
But always don't forget your x in front of that, okay? It makes things easier. So, but that's just the x value of vertex. X equals negative b over 2a. So x equals what?
Negative 8 over 2 times 1?
No. That wouldn't be negative b because b's are a negative, so you'd make it positive b.
Okay.
And then 2 times 1 is perfect. Okay, and what does that become?
4, right?
4.
Yeah.
So now what do you do with that number?
What is under the X? You plug it in.
Plug it in. Where are you going to plug it in?
The X values.
Yeah, so it's going to go, that number's going to go right there and right there. So, tell me what you got.
Negative 11.
Yep, negative 11. So what's the coordinate of our vertex? What is the vertex?
It's 4, negative 11, right?
Yes, with parentheses and a comma.
Mm-hmm.
Great. And what is the axis of symmetry?
That's the x value,
I don't know.
right?
No, I don't know. I forgot.
I mean, I just, okay.
Look. Look. Boom.
Well, what?
So it's an equation that splits your parabola in half. And it's always going to be x equals something.
Okay.
Okay?
So it is x equal, where's my answer? X equals 4.
Yes, always. I mean, always x equals something. Okay. So we got the vertex. We got the axis of symmetry. What else do we need?
The minimum or maximum?
Okay. Is there a minimum or maximum?
Maximum.
There is a... Well, I can roughly sketch this thing. Look, where would this vertex be?
Positive, right?
Where would this vertex be? What's a coordinate of the vertex?
4. X equals 4.
No, remember the vertex is like your battleship location. You could be like B on battleship. So it's actually like where the missile needs to land. It's the actual spot.
Okay.
So I need the coordinate of the vertex.
4, negative 11?
Yeah. And if this is quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4, where would you find 4, negative 11?
Quadrant 4?
Yeah. So your vertex goes
Maybe you're
1,
just shaking.
2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. So the vertex is all the way down here. Now, are we happy face or sad face?
It's a happy face. So it's a maximum, right? No, it's minimum. I lied.
Always draw it out. It really helps.
Well, I'm supposed to. So.
Okay, so there we go. So it's a minimum. And what is that minimum?
4.
Minimum of, remember the minimum, think of money. Was that money on the x or the y axis?
It's on the y axis.
Or you can think of it like this, like if like you're sliding down a hill on your sled underground. I mean, is it more impressive to say like, hey, I went underground, like if you were to get a measuring tape that like corresponds like 20 feet this way, or is it more impressive to say I went 100 feet underground?
Second one.
Yeah, so it's your minimum is with respect to y, always. Same with your maximum. So what's your minimum?
Negative 11.
Negative 11. Okay, 2 more things.
Okay.
Okay, so what else?
2 more. The x and y intersect.
Okay, so how do we get the x-intercept? How do we get the x-intercept?
You plug it in, right? No, wait. I'm sorry. You set y to 0.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Set y equals 0. So we get our original equation, which is y is equal to x squared minus 8x plus 5. Y is equal to, I already forgot it, x squared minus 8x plus 5. And if we set y equals 0, you're going to get 0 equals x squared minus 8x plus 5. Now what do you do from there?
Factor it.
Okay, let's try that.
Oh, okay. I don't like factoring.
Well,
So multiply to equals, wait, that doesn't factor.
it's not factorable. But
Wait,
so
we
then
have to do completing the square.
I'm not a completing the square myself.
I
So you're
hate
gonna,
that so much.
but you need to do the quadratic formula. That one gets you the right answer every time. Do you know the quadratic formula?
I have it, I swear. I
You
know this.
have to memorize it.
It's negative b plus or minus the square root of b minus 4ac over 2a.
Yes, but do you know it to the tune of Pop Goes the Weasel?
What?
Your teacher hasn't taught that to you?
No, she goes negative boy, undecided, something like about a party, hot chicks, and then it goes on, and I just tuned it out.
I have some students that they taught me x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a.
Oh, it's going to be stuck in my head come Tuesday morning. She's going to say it, and I'm going to be like, no, that's not how I know this anymore.
Okay, so you have to, super important, you have to memorize this.
Okay.
All right, so how do we do this?
You plug in, what is that, a negative x into b, or so negative 8, not negative x. I don't know why I said negative x.
Okay. So what do you do?
So it's negative parentheses negative 8 plus or minus square root of negative 8
right.
minus.
And by the way, when you square negative 8, like it always becomes positive.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't, in here, you never have to worry about making it positive. I mean, like dealing with the sign, but we'll put it, but it's always going to become positive anyway. So it's negative 8 squared minus 4, and then what?
1.
4 at 1,
5.
Good. And if you want to always get this right, first of all, you should make this positive. But if you want to always get this right, punch it just like this in your calculator. In your graphing calculator. Do you have a graphing calculator?
In the other room, I do.
Yeah, go get it.
Okay. I think it's graphing. I don't know. I have like 3 different calculators. I just did not at it.
Jake, I don't play football outside. Okay, go ahead. What's you? Oh, I'll be there. You need some time.
What are you shushing?
Jake, are you gonna drink your Gatorade?
Graph. Oh, look, there we go. I got it.
What happened?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know if it graphed. I was confused.
Okay, so all you got to do is go to the main screen. Not graphing mode, just main screen. Clear, clear, clear.
Okay.
And then type in, just like this, negative 8 in parentheses. Let me see your calculator, show it to me. Yeah, okay. So negative 8 parentheses, and then caret squared, or you can use a square button if you like to do that, which is on the very, very left. 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth one down.
Oh, that's it?
Look what I have, look what I have. Same one as you.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay,
I've got
so
2 now.
except mine's out of batteries. Okay, so then if you do that little 2, that makes things a little easier. And then you go minus 4, parentheses 1, close, parentheses 5, close.
Wait, why is that? Oh, I know what we're doing. Okay. Oh, okay. What is that noise? Negative 84?
What did you get?
Negative 84, right?
Did you do did you put this negative in here in parentheses?
Yes.
You did?
Yes. Hold on, let me do it again. Minus 4. Oh, no, never mind, it's 44.
Yeah, so it should be 64 minus Remember that this number, if you can leave that negative out right here on this guy, not this guy, but on this guy, because it always becomes positive when you square it. But if you want to leave it there, you can. So what'd you get?
Wait, what?
What did you get as your answer?
The entire answer?
No,
is
no,
that
just this piece.
Yeah, I got 44.
44. Okay, so then it becomes this. It becomes -8 plus or minus the square root of 44 over 2 times a. What's a again?
1.
Yeah, so it's just 1.
So it's 2.
So yeah,
so does it reduce to -8 plus or minus 11 over 2?
okay, so for 44, you'd have to factor tree it. And then say what times what is 44?
4 times 11.
Okay, 4 times 11. And then you could bust up the 4. And then you circle your pairs. Circle your buddies.
Oh, so wait, so wouldn't it be, so it'd be 2 red 11.
Yeah. So
Okay.
so then you go like that, and for every pair you have, you cross one out. So it's -8 plus or minus 2 root 11 all over 2. Okay, so and this you can actually simplify this too by splitting the fraction.
What?
Did you get this?
Yeah.
Okay. So you could split your fractions, becomes -8 over 2 plus or minus 2 root 11 over 2. So you basically do this. You go, whoop, and that 2 goes over here and over here.
And then do you get rid of the 2's at all or no?
So now that you have it split, you can simplify it now like a regular fraction. So what is
Okay.
-8 over 2?
-4?
What'd you say?
-4?
-4 plus or minus what?
2 rad 11 over 2.
Boom.
Oh, rad 11. I lied.
Okay, and so then you're going to get 2 decimal answers.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to get -4.
Mm-hmm.
So then on your calculator, do -4 plus the square root of 11.
-4. Ooh. 11.
What'd you
So
get?
-0.68.
-0.68. I'll put the 3 there. And then what's the other one you're going to punch in the calculator?
-4 minus rad 11.
Yeah, -4 minus root 11. What do you end up with?
-7.31. Right?
Exactly. So what did we just figure out, by the way?
The x-intercept or the y?
Yeah, we found out the x-intercept. So we know the vertex is 4, -11. Actually, I'll just do it like this. So we know this vertex right here is 4, -11.
Okay.
Okay? And we know that it crosses the x-axis at well, now I have to redraw this thing. It's just not accurate anymore. So look, you watching?
Yeah.
So the vertex is at 4, -11.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we know the graph opens up, right?
Yes.
Wait, something's weird.
Did we get the y-intercept yet?
No, but
What? What's wrong?
the x-intercepts are wrong.
Wait,
You
what?
know how I know? Because why are these both negative numbers?
One should be positive. Wait. Don't you make one positive though?
No. You know why? You know how I know it's wrong? Because it's the graph. This is the midline. The graph should go like this, and it should go like this. Well, there's one
So
negative. That's
Positive
great.
and one should be negative.
But this one has to be positive,
Okay.
right? So let's see where we messed up. X squared minus
Wait.
8x plus 5.
Uh,
Oh, I know what I can do. Hold on. All right, let's do this again.
okay.
Oh, you know what? Okay, so it's -8.
Okay.
Oh, here. Look. No.
Huh?
Oh, yeah. Negative b. Negative b. Always just remember it as being the opposite sign of b.
So it's
Right?
pause.
So it should be positive 8.
Wait, so that's where we messed up?
Yeah. So it should be positive 8. Everything else is fine. So that's positive 8. And that's positive 8. And that's positive 8. Positive 8. And that becomes positive 4. Okay, so now it's 4 plus or minus root 11. Well, 4
Okay.
plus root 11 is what?
Wouldn't it be the same thing but positive? So it'd be still 0.683?
Yeah, it should be.
Okay.
So 4 plus root 11 is 7.31. So this first guy is 7.31. Or, sorry. Oh, yeah, it is 7.317, let's say. And this one over here, how do we figure that one out?
It's 4 minus rad 11?
Yep, and that's 0.683. So
Okay.
now on our graph, we have 7.3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.3 is like right there.
Okay.
And then the other one is 0.683, which is right there.
Okay.
Okay, so now we can graph it. Now it makes sense. Alright, so we have the x-intercept. What was x-intercept again? What was it? X-intercept.
It was 4. Why do I feel so confused?
Well, x-intercept right here. Show me on the graph. Where's x-intercept?
Oh, it's right. I can't show you, but it's
I know,
on
but
the
where,
X.
like it's right here and right there.
Yeah.
Is that where you're pointing?
Yeah.
I knew it.
I
So-
forgot. It's not
so
like
what
I'm
is-
sure.
What is x-intercept?
It's 7.31.
Right. So for x,
0.683.
so for the x-intercept, I'm going to say x equals
Wait, you
7.31
put equals or approximate?
approximate, comma, or not comma, or and x. Just do it again. Just do separate ones like that. 0.683.
Okay.
All right. Now we're missing one more thing to finish this problem off.
The y-intercept.
Yes. Do you know what that is?
Yeah,
know what it is? Look at the graph. Can you tell from the graph?
it's the vertex.
Well, think of what the y-intercept means. Intercept means like it crosses.
Oh, so would it be right there?
Like
You
where?
can't see it,
Like
but it's,
where? Like would it be somewhere over here?
no, that way.
This way?
Other way.
This way?
Yes.
Tell me to stop. Tell me to stop.
Stop.
Here?
No, wait.
Here?
Okay, that's gonna be.
Here?
No, wait, no, it's right there.
Yeah. So the y-intercept. What is the y-intercept according to this graph? Which is probably not right. But what is this? What do you think it is right here?
1, right?
Positive 1?
Negative 1.
Negative 1 because it's down below here. Okay, but let's. How do you find the y-intercept?
You set all the x's to 0.
Yes. So let's write it again. So we have y is equal to x squared minus 8x plus 5. So x squared minus 8x plus 5. And what are we going to set equal to 0?
All the x's?
So 0 squared minus 8 times 0 plus 5. But remember, the y-intercept is also just this number at the very, very end right here if you don't have anything else. It's also that guy. So what is our y-intercept?
5.
Yeah, so y is equal to 5. Which means that my graph isn't quite right. See, I need to actually technically cross at 5. I need to like cross like right there. Actually, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Does that even make any sense? Does this look like 5 to you?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Wait, what?
How is this 5?
I'm confused. What? Just
Well-
happened?
This is 8. This is x squared minus 8x plus 5.
Yeah.
Does this look like plus 5? Positive 5 on the y-axis would be right here.
Oh, wait, no, that's -5. So, wait, I'm confused. What just happened?
Well, did I copy the problem down wrong? It should be,
Okay.
no, it should be x squared minus 8x plus 5.
Plus 5. That's what we did.
Right? So hold on a sec. Let me look at this graph. Oh, because guess what? Look over here.
Huh.
What are the x-intercepts again?
7.31 and 0.683.
So one of those I graphed wrong. Which one do you think I graphed wrong? Look at the signs.
The first one.
Yeah, this is negative point. We had that left over from before. But it's supposed to be positive. See, so that graph should look like this. Like that.
Oh, that makes sense then, right?
Okay, so now this value right here would have to be what?
5.
5. So that's how you get your y equals 5.
Okay, I understand what happened. Okay, thanks.
Alright, we are done. But before you go to sleep, I'm going to upload this thing, and I know you're going to want to watch this entire video right now.
Yeah.
I can probably over and over again. So I'm going to text you when it's uploaded. You can just, I just want you to just try it out, see if you can work it on your phone. Did you put Dropbox on your phone?
No.
You didn't download the app?
No, it's on my tablet.
Okay, it's on your tablet.
Yeah, I use my tablet for everything.
Alright, well, I'm going to let you know when it's uploaded.
Okay.
Alright, bye.
Bye.